Next up, Mike, I feel like you should just go ahead and take over here. You can introduce the guy, and you can talk first about him.
Mitchell Evans. I actually had him lower than number 3. I had him number 4, but I like him. I think he's incredibly reliable. Obviously, saw that last year, 422 yards, and I believe only 8 games before he got injured. Just big body. We're not talking about size concerns with him. He's 260 pounds. He uses that size really well. 14.6 yards per catch, I think, speaks to a little bit of athleticism that he has, even if he's probably going to run over a 4.7. Like, he's not a straight line burner by any means, but he can make contested catches down the football field, and then he can create a little bit after the catch. Like, he is a guy who is difficult to bring down, runs really hard post catch. So a lot of good things to like. I'm glad he came back to school as a Notre Dame fan, but I thought he could have come out last year and probably been around like a 4th rounder. I think he comes back, probably bumps the stock up more towards like the 3rd round after this year.
Do you think he got hurt in late October? You talked about that. I think it was in the Pitt game. Would he have had an opportunity, or does he have an opportunity to be better than Michael Mayer?
No. I similar, like, Mayer was a much more agile athlete at that size. I think Evans is still going to be limited as an all-around athlete, and we'll probably see that in his draft stock. I think he's just capped to a degree of where he can go.
Rick, I think he could actually end up being better.
Oh, that's good. But I'm going to kind of lean towards Mike on this one. Now that I got a new partner in crime that I can team up against you.
Double team me. Yeah, I know.
I thought this kid was, out of all the guys, one other guy I thought was just a true Y tight end, which seems to be a unicorn that you're trying to look for right now. Because I think you can line him up at the line of scrimmage. I did like his toughness and grit as a run blocker. He tries to sustain and finish. They all need technical work. I thought he's a short to intermediate pass catcher, but I thought he had a huge catching radius and very good in contested situations. And he surprised me a little bit. He's not in that elite athletic category for tight ends, but he got yards after he caught the ball, and he's a better athlete than I thought. I said his athleticism and his speed were above the line, not elite, but above the line to transfer to the next level. Not a unique playmaker, but an all-around, really true Y tight end. And this is the only guy I really saw as a true Y that can actually line up on the line of scrimmage and be effective, not only in the passing game, but as a run blocker.
I didn't think he played half his snaps in the slot, and I know he can line up. He is bigger. I think he's plenty good enough as an athlete. And I think, to Mike's point, huge catch radius, and then he looks to run over guys, and then he does run over guys, and he ran away from guys in the open field as well. I wasn't crazy about the run blocking that I saw, but I didn't watch every single snap of his. That said, I don't disagree with anything you guys said. I think I'm higher on him than you two are.
Well, I'll say, if you watch him, he made 2 ESPN, CBS highlight type catches, a one-hander in the Duke game and the one-hander in the Ohio State game that are pretty, tells you what type of hands and coordination he does have.
All right, let me think. I don't. How did Michael Mayer do last year for the Raiders? Do you know off the top of your head? He wasn't used that often, right?
Not much, yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking towards a long-term dollar bet here. I think Mitchell has a better rookie season than Michael Mayer. What do you think about that, Rick?
No, I'm not going to argue that.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah. All right. Who drafted him, and I'll let you know.
What'd you say?
Who drafted him, and then I'll let you know.
I can't tell you that. All right. Let's do some comps here. Rick, you can start, and then we'll play the game.
Yep. I kind of put him because he was in a lot of contested situations. He's a bigger version of this player. I put him in kind of a Trey McBride category.
I don't hate it. I love Trey McBride coming out.
Yeah, his catch the ball. Trey McBride was a gritty blocker. Probably better football player than athlete. He's playing really well in Arizona right now and has really blossomed. But I saw some Trey McBride traits in him.
What round?
I have him in the 2nd to 3rd round right now.
Okay. Yeah, that's where I feel. And I think Mike's right. Like 4th round felt about right, maybe a year ago, 8 months ago or whatever. But I think he has an opportunity to build on that. All right, Rick. Match the name with the comp. Brent Selleck and Vance McDonald.
Jeez.
Two old school guys.
I'm going to go. Mike said Vance McDonald.
Vance McDonald, by the way, at the end of his career, played for the Steelers.
Oh,
Yeah. That's why as soon as I said Vance McDonald, I'm like Steeler.
I totally forgot about that. The Steelers thing, I don't even read. All my comps are Steelers comps. You know what? I'm going to say this, and Rick, get the extra squeeze ball out. I thought at times down the field as a receiver, Mitchell showed some gronkiness. Like, he's not Rob Gronkowski, but I thought in terms of the size, in terms of the long-legged, high-knee running and people having trouble tackling him, I saw a little bit of that as well. But, I mean, the guys we're talking about as comps are physical tight ends as well. But he's not Gronk, but I saw glimpses of just a big,
he's
strong.
not as athletic as Gronk. But like I said, I saw the 2 one-hand catches.
Yeah.
Those are pretty spectacular in the way.
And Gronk slipped because he was injured coming out of Arizona, right?
Yeah, I believe. Yeah.
Yeah, I think he had some injuries. Mike, second round as well? Is that what you're thinking?
I think more third at this point, but we'll see.
Okay. All right. So Rick and I are higher on Mitchell in terms of where he's drafted, Mitchell Evans, than Mike, but not by much. So I think late second to early third is what we're talking about here. Notre Dame plays Florida State November, and then they play USC in late November. And second or third round.